I will start off by saying it's great to see you again, my friend. We talked at Crimson Peak, and here we are again. You are one of the most creative directors, writers of our time. I'm going to pay you that compliment. I absolutely love your work. I didn't say that in our last film because I just had so much to get through, but I want to make sure that I told you this time. Thank you for what you've given us in the world of cinema.
Thank you.
This is no exception. This is just a beautiful movie. I'm curious, the inspiration for this film, where did it come from? It is extremely creative.
Well, it's a mixture of things. It's a love letter to cinema, a love letter to love and all that. But the origin is, of course, when I was a kid watching Creature from the Black Lagoon and seeing the creature swim under Julie Adams, I thought that was a beautiful image of love. But then, you know, in the last few years, there's a sense of urgency for me to make this film because it's you know, there's so much negativity. And there's so much hatred and divisions. And I thought, we need to talk about love. We need to talk about love being a real force in the universe and not being about words, but looks and energy and essence, you know, and that's it.
I want to talk about the sets because on the screen the apartments look fantastic. Of course, is it a factory or is it a...
The government facility.
It just looks massive. I want to know the design for the sets. Where did all that start? What were the inspiration for the look? Well, what did you want?
It started early. You know, we started even before there was any crew. It was just two guys, Vince Pross, Guy Davis, and myself. And we started designing and, you know, the window. I took that window from a movie called The Red Shoes, you know, and it's shared between the two apartments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and to symbolize that they are a single character in many ways. And the rest, we started designing sort of with the 60s in mind. And the movie is 1962. We wanted everything to look technologically correct for that era. It was a lot of work. We designed for a few weeks before just to show it to the studio what the movie would look like.
And thank you for the shout-outs to Galveston.
Yes.
Just down the street from Houston.
Yes,
I was with my producer. We were watching the movie. It's like Galveston. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
That's biased. Any reason for that or just...
No, well, back then this is a space aeronautical research facility, and there were a lot of them in Houston and Galveston in '62. Little pockets of NASA, you know, and one of them was in Galveston.
I'm from there, and I didn't even know that. Of course, NASA's still there, but you know, but I had no idea. We learned something. All right, as far as the cast, and you're directing this outstanding cast. I mean, just what Octavia, Michael, everybody's just so good in this film. Where did you tell them to go mentally?
Well, we knew that the movie was not realistic, but it needed to be authentic emotionally. So what we wanted is, can we make a movie that makes you dream? Can you make a movie that makes you feel, you know, as an audience, that really transports you? And I knew that in order to do that, the characters needed to be very, very strong emotionally, very sort of open, and we wanted very much to have them have a camaraderie, a friendship, and for example, Octavia and Sally and Richard Jenkins, they became really, really good friends in the movie, and we wanted them to be there.
Shape of Water, the title, what are you referring to?
No, water is like love. It has no shape. It takes the shape of whatever it inhabits. It's the most powerful element in the universe because it's gentle, flexible, but breaks through every barrier. So, you know, and it also refers to the fact that this creature is an elemental god from a river, and he is the shape of water, you know? So it's all that.